Hey guys, my name is Ashburn and welcome to another episode of Burning Game Reviews, where I tell you whether a game is burning or freezing. This episode, I wanted to talk to you guys about a game called Void War. It's a roguelike spaceship builder game. To some of you older gamers, these descriptions may sound very similar to another game that you may have played once upon a time. And if you guys were thinking about FTL Faster Than Light, then you're right. So Void War is essentially a crossover between FTL Faster Than Light and Warhammer 40k universe. If you don't know what the Warhammer 40k universe is, I'll give a quick explanation right now. Basically, we're so far in the future that we have spacefaring technology, but life sucks. We're always at war with aliens and demons from rifts beyond, and there are some people with psychic abilities now. And just a quick disclaimer before we continue, I don't think this game is officially affiliated with Warhammer 40k, but the game does seem to take inspiration from Warhammer 40k, at the very least. The game starts you off with a very in-depth tutorial. I might even say a little bit long-winded, but I also played FTL before, so I think that those who've played FTL Faster Than Light can really just skip the tutorial if they wanted to. Kind of figure things out on your own. The system is quite similar to FTL. Now after the tutorial, you kind of get thrown straight into the game, and your goal is to travel to the Imperial Core Worlds. I'm not sure why exactly, I kind of skipped the plot, but that's your goal. So on the way to the Imperial Core Worlds, you'll encounter enemies, friends, mysterious artifacts and stuff. Those kind of events are randomly generated, so each playthrough you have will be different and unique. You can also hire new crew members, and there's different factions in the game, so these different crew members provide different buffs, such as the commando being immune to suffocation, which is really neat to have if you want to try to send a boarding party over to the life support system to shut it off. That way, your troops don't get the negative effects of suffocation, but theirs do. You can also install different weapons, modules, and systems onto your ship. Weapons are just the standard weaponry you have on your ship. Some of them can be lasers, some of them beam, flak, they all act differently. Systems being the rooms on your ship. Adding a new room could give you different effects and unlock new features entirely, like a missile bay unlocks the missiles. And modules being passives that you can install onto your ship that offer various buffs. All these things together help us to beat an enemy. There are generally two ways to beat an enemy: to blow up their ship by reducing their health points to zero, hull points to zero, or my favorite method, by sending your crew members in and killing each and every single one of them, proving that you are better at single combat. Or maybe you're a fan of not-so-single combat. Also, real quick before I forget, in ship combat you can target specific systems of the opposing ship. Doing damage to them could disable their systems and prevent them from using their weapons or shields. Some people may think this is a standard feature, but I still wanted to bring it up because I feel like it brings some nice nuance in the game. There's also this whole system for upgrading your ship and using the scrap that you get from combat. There's a whole tutorial on that. It helps with like energy and stuff, but yeah, you'll get the rundown in the tutorial. Also, just a little heads up, when you're in combat, you can pause the game, allowing you to kind of like queue up your next moves to save you some time. Anyways, basically when you get to the core world, you fight this big bad boss, you win, woohoo, and then you unlock ships. When you beat the boss, you get these points called resonance, and you can spend them on selecting a new commander or unlocking a new variant of a ship. It looks like there's also some hidden commanders that you can unlock probably by doing specific quests in the game, and also ships that you can probably get by doing specific things in the game. Like one of them is defeating the Doom engine. I personally haven't encountered anything like it yet, but in FTL Faster Than Light, there were these quests that you could kind of undertake within the game world, and once you complete them, you'll unlock a new vessel, maybe unlock some new characters or modules, stuff like that. And I'd have to assume that they're also in this game, or at least something similar. So, do I think this game is worth it? Short answer, yes, I do think it's worth it. However, if you are on a budget, I would recommend trying out FTL first. It's $10 and right now it's actually on sale for $2.49, and I believe that offer is going to stay for another day. And when you compare $2.49 to this game's $20, with right now it actually has a 10% discount, so it's $18 I believe, you really can't beat that price. But if we are talking about standard pricing, FTL is $10 and this game is $20. In conclusion though, I do think this game is worth it. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 fires. If we're looking at the pricing for today's kind of economy, I feel like a lot of games are priced at $60, $80 for AAA titles, and indie games are generally hovering around $20. Sometimes even more, it kind of depends. But although this game is short, it should have pretty good replayability. It seems to have a good amount of content already, and a bunch of stuff I haven't discovered. So many unlockables that I haven't even seen, a bunch of factions that I haven't really encountered a lot. And it seems like a lot of the units have special abilities and individual buffs. So hopefully this video helped you decide whether you want the game or not. Either way, I hope this video helped, and if you did decide to get the game, I'll see you in space. By the way, here's a little listen to the music in the game.